from the UK-based Action for Southern Africa. The Federation of Unions in South Africa on Monday also condemned the poll, calling the outcome a fraud. Their assessment was based on a report from their member Elias Bila, who was part of the Southern African Observer team. Bila told us more about what he found during his observation mission.
We discovered that each and every voting station, there were a lot of police officers who were deployed. Of course, our understanding was they are being deployed to make sure that there is peace, there are no intimidations. That is their role, to ensure that every person is protected in terms of voting proceedings. But to our dismay, after 7 o'clock, when the voting stations were closed, the presiding officer were to start counting the votes. But after they've done that, to our dismay, the data to be captured in the system was now done by the police, not by the ZEC officials. We did not understand why police officers are now involved in the capturing of the data.
Now, of course, there's also been so many complaints about the voters' roll and about people being turned away. Did you find that same problem while you were there?
Yes, I witnessed that because the presiding officer were giving us an opportunity to go inside the voting stations. They provided us with seats to can sit down so that we observe on close basis in terms of what the proceedings going. We discovered that there were many people who came with the receipts. These receipts indicate that they have registered to vote. In other words, when the people register, they were to be given a receipt to confirm that they once registered as a voters. So, to our dismay, these people were not found in the voters' roll. But the presiding officer will then check if indeed he is not there on the voters' roll. And after that, he will allow these people to cast the vote. They will take their receipts and write their names on a manual register which they were having, separate from the one that has been computerized. Mm. So we had a problem because we did not understand why these people, if really they were not found in the voters' roll in the first instance, they were to be given an opportunity to vote. The fact that they had the receipt, and that receipt you can't validate whether it was from the IEC or ZEC or it's from somebody who developed them for the purposes of manipulating the system of electoral election. So that was another area of challenge to us as FEDUSA.
Now, Mr. Bila, of course, there were many problems that were reported. But in your view, is this enough to warrant a call for there to be some kind of rerun of this election?
Yeah, I think to maintain the rule of justice, it will be fair. If there is a call from the people, this process was going to go up again because even the voters' roll, remember, it was released day before the election, and people could not check their names and make sure that their names are appearing on the voters' roll. For us as FEDUSA, we see it not being fair to the process of free and fair process of election.
That was Elias Bila, an election observer from the Federation of Unions in South Africa.
Now, MDCT Coalition